Come on. It didn't work. Damn it, why didn't it work?
Oh? What?
I tried. Alright, I tried, Harold. But the chemicals seeped out the rubber seals. I guess I shouldn't have bought a gamma converter from eBay. I'm pretty sure it was just a Chia pet stuck to an old car radio. You are not a super soldier.
Oh, can't believe this. Then what am I?
As far as I can tell, you're just you with a slightly higher voice.
So, I'm not a superhero.
You and Barry Gibb could audition for the new Heroes for Hire, but other than that, I just really hope this won't affect my Incredible Hulk review.
You're not going to exploit my new affliction for some kind of comedy framing device, are you?
Nah! The Incredible Hulk is one of the most recognisable characters from modern culture. Even people who don't know anything about comics know who he is and what he's about. Destruction! Yeah. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the Hulk is said to be inspired by things such as Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Jewish golems. I'm talking about you, not to you. You get out of here. Get out of here. Despite his iconic status, the Hulk's rise to stardom wasn't without its fair share of pitfalls. When the first Hulk comic was released in 1962, it lasted all of 6 issues. It wasn't until the Hulk piggybacked off the popularity of other heroes, such as the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, that people really started to fall for the big lummox. Eventually, his backstory was expanded upon, and the Hulk became a mainstay of Marvel's roster. The now famous Incredible Hulk TV series starring Lou Ferrigno started in 1978 and ran for 82 episodes and spawned 3 spin-off movies. 3. It helped catapult the Hulk into the mainstream, ensuring countless homages, parodies and just plain rip-offs in the decades following. It wasn't until 2003 that the Hulk got a real live-action movie to call his own. And it was critically slammed! So 5 years later, Marvel suited up and tried again. And it's one of the best things they've ever done. So, without any further babbling, Harold, let's start with the questions.
Okay, here we go. What are you laughing at? Oh, don't you make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Oh, what? You're gonna go all passive-aggressive again?
Maybe.
Do the whole silent treatment? And then try and make it up to me by making profiteroles, but fail horrifically because, quite frankly, you don't really know what a profiterole is.
I thought they had ham in them.
I know.
Okay, the first question is, how would you compare Hulk 2003 to The Incredible Hulk without saying Hulk 2003 was just boring? That's from, I'm sorry, I lost the name. He hit me again. I should do something
I
about it.
actually hadn't seen Ang Lee's Hulk before doing this review. I was put off, like many, by the huge backlash it received from the nerd culture. So I finally watched it, and I think we've got a clip of me watching the film. Pretty much sums up my reaction. Roll it. Although the two films are very different, I will say that I don't think 2003 Hulk is boring. It's just a very different film with a very different take on the character. Ang Lee's Hulk struck me much more as a Bruce Banner film as opposed to a Hulk film. The character development was at its heart, and it did delve a lot deeper into the history. Now, this did result in some slow, plodding scenes. It was kind of a juxtaposition with the emotional exchanges to the more cartoony elements, such as this and yes, that, and some of the more choice artistic styles. It seemed confused at times, trying to find its centre. The comic book cuts were interesting and probably would have worked better in a film that at other times wasn't taking things as seriously as it was. Banner as Banner was too clean cut for me and somewhat vacant in the lead role. There was no bubbling menace or sense of simmering danger in the scenes where he was infected and trying to stay calm. Even when Norton was just Banner, there was always something just below the surface that made the transformations more engrossing. So, he was my favourite Bruce. In this film, boss! I'm in this film! No, don't!
It's okay, Tom. You know what they say about him? He was born to run.
Get out. I will say I prefer Jennifer Connelly in the role of Betty Ross, even though whenever I see her, I just see this.
You remind me of the babe. Babe with the power. Power of voodoo. You do. Remind me of the babe. Quiet! A goblin babe.
It wasn't an amazing performance, but it was miles above what Liv Tyler brought to the table. Seriously, she sounds like she fell over and winded herself before every scene.
Betty.
Just tell me if I saw what I think I saw. I thought you might wanna. Thanks. I want you to come with me now. Please, come with me. It's our data. I got in there before they carted it all away.
Fire, goddammit!
Bruce.
She makes the same pouty face for the entire film. I've been practicing this. Can we get a picture of Liv Tyler as Betty Ross up on screen? Okay. Okay. Spot on. Spot on. Fuck off.
Okay, our next question is from Spongy Four. It says, why you think Incredible Hulk was forgotten when it's much better than Thor and Iron Man 2? Controversial.
The simple answer to that is, I don't know. I don't know why Iron Man became a huge phenomenon became the huge success it did, and why the Incredible Hulk is talked about like it's the uncle who came to Christmas 6 years ago and got it on with the snooker table whilst insisting that you play the Best of Venga Boys CD on an endless loop. The Incredible Hulk was released in 2008 during a time where Marvel wasn't exactly enjoying the success it may have been used to. Admittedly, it did have Spider-Man 3 and that was huge, but apparently unloved. Not as much as the Amazing Spider-Man though. Keep flogging that dead horse. Alas, in the preceding years, we've been given Fantastic Four, Elektra, Ghost Rider, foreshadowing, X-Men 3, and another Fantastic Four.
No, God!
Iron Man came out in May of 2008, just before The Incredible Hulk, and may have affected the way Hulk was perceived. The Hulk is undeniably a darker film with some heavier themes, and that may have clashed slightly. Reboots are inherently difficult to pull off. You have the fans of the original who go in with their backs already up and pick it apart for being too much of a departure. Then you have the people who hated the original who go in thinking that the new one will fix all the problems that the original had. But to close, I don't know why it's forgotten. Hell, even Marvel have moved on with a new Hulk and a new direction, and rumours of another reboot are there.
Where?
Over there.
Where? Okay, the next question is Edward Norton. Did you like him in this? And why wasn't he in the Avengers? That's who's talking to me, you fat guy. I can't do it. Jesus fucking Christ.
I've already touched on this, but I'll go a little bit more in detail. Yes, I thought Norton was a great Banner, even though the chemistry between him and Betty, well, it wasn't exactly sizzling, was it? Surprising when you learn that Norton and Tyler apparently spent days, even weeks, discussing how their characters would interact in the film.
We can't use any of this, because they can track all of it.
Well, my lip gloss, can they track that?
No, you can take your lip gloss.
Thank you.
Worth it. Norton, to me, has that intangible awkwardness mixed with a focused determination that makes him unnerving at times. Perfect for this role, and the role of the illusionist. No. Okay, I'll move on. So, why wasn't Norton in the Avengers? The internet is rife with supposed reasons and rumours. How everybody's got one. For your convenience, I've made a list of the best and the most plausible reasons. Harold, the list, please. This is sticky.
Sorry.
Why is this sticky?
Side effect of the experiment? No, not yes.
Number 1. During a wild night out in 2002, Edward Norton and Anthony Stewart Head released a wild Zorse into the house of Joss Whedon while screaming, "You Edward Norton smells like cheese." Upon meeting his new co-stars Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson, Norton would continuously say, "Hey, it's 4 and 4," until asked to leave. Joss Whedon thought the correlation between the Hulk and the children's book character the Gruffalo would make him more relatable to young audiences, so he hired an actor with the closest name to the character. Apparently at one point Janine Garofalo was considered for the role. Norton at the time owned a family of alpacas and refused to come on set unless they travelled with him. Apparently the filmmakers humoured Norton for a few days but gave up when the alpacas broke onto the set and ruined a lot of the action sequences. Thanks. Oh my good Christ. It's no secret that Norton is a huge comic book fan and in particular a fan of the Hulk. Apparently he met with director Joss Whedon and was very excited about what he heard about the proposed film. It's widely known that Norton can be incredibly difficult to work with due to him wanting to be heavily involved in the creative process. But I think what it comes down to simply is, they wanted something new. They wanted to move away from the image created in The Incredible Hulk to fit in better with the Avengers. Which is strange considering The Incredible Hulk is the first film to really hint at the whole Avengers thing, but things move on. At the end of the day, take your pick. Won't change anything. Personally, I like the Zorse one.
Okay, the next question is, did they even try to do a sequel for Ang Lee's Hulk, or was The Incredible Hulk talked about as soon as the Hulk bombed? That's from Funhouse Loser 1996. Feel for you, brother.
Bombed is a harsh word. It didn't lose any money, it was just hated by a large proportion of the audience, to the point where bad word of mouth spread so much they had a record-breaking 70% second week drop-off at the box office. All these negative reactions put Universal straight off doing a sequel, and the rights to the Hulk character reverted back to Marvel. Up to then, a sequel was indeed planned and was going to introduce the Grey Hulk whilst toying with the Leader or the Abomination as the new big bad. Marvel liked the Abomination idea and gave the director's job to Leterrier after his first choice of Iron Man was given to John Ferrero Rocher. From there, screenwriter Zach Penn, you may know him as the man who helped write the 1999 Inspector Gadget film, the Fantastic Four video game, and the Avengers. He started so well. He just went so downhill. Signed on to the project. When Norton came on board, he reworked the script into something more of a reboot, with the origins of the character being told more in flashbacks and memories. The main inspirations for the film seem to be Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's Hulk Grey and Bruce Jones' run of the comic. That means nothing to me. Producer Gail Ann Hurd was quoted as saying, "We couldn't quite figure out how to turn this. It's kind of a reboot, kind of a sequel." Hurd said that requel, a portmanteau of reboot and sequel, was a perfect description for his film. I simply call it a better film.
Okay, the last question is, do you feel Tim Roth played a good Nega Hulk? And do you think it was unimaginative to have a character basically do the Hulk, but opposite? That's from Jake of Jake and Trevor Review Everything.
I won't lie to you. Okay, I'll move on. I think Roth was great in this. Apparently he took the role when his kids said it would be great to see their dad in a big superhero film, and apparently he continuously asked if a shot would be cool for his kids to see him in. It's sweet, but a stark contrast to the disturbing character he plays. For me, everything worked with him. The look, the just relentless determination. He isn't some wild scientist in a white lab coat or swearing death to the world, pouncing about in metal gauntlets. As he puts it himself, quite simply,
Nah, I'm a fighter.
his desire is focused and concentrated on this new threat, and as the film goes on and he gets injected with serum and he becomes more unhinged, letting the bloodlust take him over. Roth plays this brilliantly, and when he eventually becomes the Abomination, you really feel like this guy is going to be a challenge for the Hulk. In fact, it was Roth's idea to change Blonsky into a soldier, as in the original comic, he was a KGB agent. As for it being unimaginative, I can certainly see where you're coming from with that. I mean, the first two Iron Man... Ferrero Rocher. Iron Man films have what is essentially the anti-Iron Man, and you could argue that the Abomination is the anti-Hulk. However, I think the choice of villain was perfect. The crux of the film is Banner being forced from his exile into the US, where he looks for a cure for his condition before the military can find him and turn him into a weapon. The Abomination shows what Bruce could have become and highlights the problems of weaponizing his affliction. You, as the audience are put in the strange position of wanting to see him succeed, whilst also wanting to see him smash some shit up. It's a very enjoyable dynamic, and one that Ang Lee's Hulk didn't quite get right for me. But it's time to wrap this thing up. It's top 10 time!
It's turbo time!
Number 10. The Campus Hulk Out. The first time you really see what the Hulk can do, and it's awesome. Number 9. Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns, or Mr. Blue for a lot of the film. He's a little off the wall and is damn entertaining on screen. The little shot of him smiling with the bulging head was a clear teaser for the future appearance of the Leader. Can we get a picture of the Leader up? Number 8. William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross. I know a lot of people liked Sam Elliott from the 2003 Hulk, but I prefer Hurt's darkness and lack of humanity at times. Number 7. Cameos. Both Stan Lee and Lou Ferrigno are great for their short time, although Ferrigno did voice the Hulk throughout the film.
Hulk! Smash!
Number 6. The effects. Everything has weight in this film. The Hulk's rampages pack a wallop, and you almost feel every impact. Some may call it mindless action and shallow thrills, but to them I say,
Hulk! Smash!
Number 4, Lou Leterrier. Great with the action and clearly eager to give us moviegoers their money's worth with huge set pieces and bone-crunching battles. He had his own style and the film moved at a great pace. Number 3, The Abomination. Number 2, Edward Norton. And number 1, the rooftop chase sequence and the first reveal. Easily one of my most favourite scenes in any Marvel film. Beautifully shot and with real drama. So there we have it. Thanks for watching and for your questions if you send them in. Join me next time when I'll be looking for the truth. Because it is out there.
Yeah, it's over there.
Is it? Yeah. Oh yeah. You've just watched the Incredible Hulk episode. I'm sure you already know that. If you don't, you are an idiot. This is episode 3 of season 2. Be sure to go back and watch all the other episodes. All of them. I will know if you've missed one out. Won't we, Harold?
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't know nothing. And be sure to go to our Tumblr, our Facebook page, do all that social interactive stuff that kids are doing nowadays.
You nerds!
All
You're
the
all a bunch of
things,
nerds.
I don't know.
Nerd.
And subscribe to the channel for more updates and videos.
Like a nerd.
Now, we're clamping down on this. If you've watched 2 or more videos and you've enjoyed them and not subscribed, well, Harold has already logged your IP address. He's got computer skills, haven't you, Harold?
I do the solitaire.
He's moved up, he's got your IP address, and he's going to do some crude drawings of you personally and post it to our Tumblr feed. Harold, can you put a picture up? Oh, biting. You don't want that, do you? Oh, that's gotta hurt. So, I think you know what to do. He's not doing it. Do the drawing.